नहमदुहु नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today we want to discuss the skewness. What is skewness and where skewness is used? How many types of the skewness? And why we want to deliver lecture on skewness. So you have knowledge about skewness. If the data is skew, this is called skewness. Sometimes the data skew to the left side and sometimes data skew to the right side, and sometimes the data is not skewed. So the skewness has three major types. The first is left skew, the second is zero skew, and the third is positive skew. So now you have knowledge about the skewness, what is skewness, and how skewness is estimated and calculated. The asymmetry measurement of the distribution is called skewness. So there we check the symmetry distribution of the data, either it is symmetrically distributed or not distributed, or positive skew or negative skew. So you have knowledge about these things. But first of all, I told you that what is central tendency, because you're in skewness, you will check the three major component which belong to the central tendency. The first one is the mood, the second one is the median, and the third one is the mean. So through mean we will check the skewness. If the skewness, if the mean, median, mood, they are equal, considered on one point, so therefore there will be no skewness. But if the mean is more than the median, this is called positive skewness. But if the mean is, the median is more than the mean, so this is called negative skewness. So now you are clear what is skewness and how to calculate the skewness. There is a formula. Skewness is equal to 3 into mean minus median and divided by standard deviation. Already you have knowledge about the standard deviation. The standard deviation we calculate from the mean deviation, and then we square it and we convert into variance, and later on we find the square root of the variance and we calculate the standard deviation. So now you are clear what is standard deviation, and here also the standard deviation will be used. Their mood will be used, median will be used. If you have knowledge about the three, and if you want the median, you want the mood, as well as you want to calculate the skewness. So now you have formula. Skewness is equal to 3 into mean minus median divided by standard deviation. So now you are clear. Through this formula we will calculate everything. For example, if you multiply to the standard deviation to the skewness, so where then you calculate also the median and mean through this formula. So it is necessary for you to know the statistic and know the statistic technique. Already we have discussed 5 statistic mean. There is the median, mood, mean, harmonic mean, geometric mean, and already I have delivered a lecture. So it is necessary for the student to also check these lectures, because if they have no knowledge about the median, mood, and mean, so it is impossible for the student to learn the skewness, because their median, mood, and the mean are included in the formula. So this is first your duty to know these things. But it is necessary for the student to select topic about the problem in the field, and then they prepare a questionnaire, they mark the synopsis, and after synopsis prepare the questionnaire, and then go to field, collect the data. Sometimes the data will be available in the laboratory, and sometimes the data will be available in the field, and sometimes the data will be available in the sky, and sometimes the data will be available in the mountain, and sometimes the data will be available in the water. So this is the duty of the researcher to know how to collect the data. There are different subjects. For example, if there is a biologist, there is a mathematician, there is a sociologist, there is a rural development specialist, as well as there are so many subjects. There is Pakistan study, so chemistry. So through different way we collect the data, and then we arrange the data, and then we analyze the data, and then we make the table, and then we write the report. So therefore it is necessary for everyone to conduct good research. This is your duty to know the central tendency. What is central tendency and where central tendency are used? If you see to all situations, the central tendency are used in every econometric model. If you apply the regression model, there you will be used the means or mood or median. So similarly, anywhere if you want to analyze the situation, so first of all, this is your duty to first identify the center. The center we identify by 5 technique. The first one is the median, mood, mean, harmonic mean, and geometric mean. And with the help of this technique, we will find the center, and then we will check the situation, how much data is above the center. For example, if you calculate the mean, so you will check the situation, how much data is above the mean and how much data is below the mean. If both sides the data are equal, so there will be no skewness. But if the data are skewed to the left, and sometimes the data will be skewed to the right. So now you have data, you will find the center, and from center you check the above data, and from center you check the below data. So you will know if the data above to right hand side are more, so it will be skewed to the right side, and if the data value are more than the mean below, therefore it will be skewed to the left side. Similarly, if the both data are equal, so there will be no skewness. Now you are clear what is skewness and why we apply the skewness in research. Already in the world, there are so many centers, they conduct the research. So for research, sometimes you collect the data from the field, and sometimes you collect the data from the sky, and sometimes you collect data from the crops, and sometimes you collect data from the laboratory. So on different angles the research is conducted. But here the main thing is central tendency. And when you calculate the central tendency, then you will see the situation, how much data is above the center and how much data is below the center. Either there the skewness is, or there is no skewness. So now you are clear what is skewness. So where the skewness measure the symmetrical distribution of the data. If the data is asymmetry, so there will be the data will be skewed to left side or to right side, and sometimes there will be no skewness. So there, if the skewness is 0, so the data the data will be symmetrically distributed. But for normal distribution, the data one matlab assumption also that the data will be symmetrically distributed. But the second assumption of the normal distribution of the data is there the mean, median and mood coincide on one point. They are the same and they are the equal. So the third assumption is that the curve cannot touch the horizontal line, and normal distribution is calculated with the help of Shapiro test, Kalmar-Grew test and Jagbera test. So and sometime when we apply different model, so their normality, the data normality is necessary. If the data is normal, then you will apply that test. If the data is not normal and you apply that test, so it will give the wrong report, and the wrong report will create a problem and they will give wrong result to the community, and the community will use in the field, so the result, the output will become less and there will be no output. There, instead of benefit, you will give the damaging to the society. Therefore, it is necessary for statistician to in proper way first take the sample, take the area, then take the sample in a systematic way or in different way. The good matlab technique way you will use. Sometimes we use the probability technique, and sometimes we use the non-random technique, and sometimes we use the random technique. So now you are clear what role play the statistic and research. Now we again want to discuss these things with the help of graph. Already I have told to you what means skewness. Skewness is the measurement asymmetrical distribution. Either the data is symmetrically distributed, or the data is not symmetrically distributed, or the data is skewed to the left side, or the data is skewed to the right side. Either the data is not skewed and there the mood, median and mean are coincide on one point. There you will see this situation. In this graph, there the quotas is only 3, and their mood, median, mean coincide on one point, and there they not touch the horizontal line. So this type of curve show us the data is normally distributed. For example, their mood, median, mean, there is no skewness. All situations are equal. Left sides are equal, right sides are equal, and mood, median, mean are considered at one point. So the data is symmetrically distributed. The second one, there the data is symmetrically distributed, and the second one, mood, median, mean coincide on one point, and these curves have not touched the horizontal line. So now you are clear what is the normal distribution, and already you have knowledge. If you apply the different tests, if you apply the regression as well as t-test or other binary logistic regression model, so first you will check the normality of the data. If the data is not normal, then it is impossible for you to apply the t-test as well as other tests. Therefore, it is necessary first to check the normality of the data. Already I have told you there we use Jagbera test as well as Shapiro test and Kalmar-Grew test. So there we through these 3 type tests we check the normality of the data. With the normality is there, then you apply the chi-square test. If the normality is not there, then you will not apply the t-test. So therefore it is necessary for you that you know the normal distribution. What is normal distribution and how the normal distribution is checked. So for this purpose, if you apply any test, there is the t-test, pair t-test. So now it is necessary for the student and for the researcher to check the normality of the data. Data is normal or not. If data is normal, then you use the pair t-test. Otherwise, you will not use the pair t-test and you will go to other test, non-parametric test. There is a sign test and there is a Wilkerson sign test. This is the non-parametric test, and with the help of which we can compare the mean of the both situation. And there in fair t-test the data must be normal. If the data is normal, then you will compare the both situation. If you test the data but the data is not normal, so it will give a wrong result to you. So slowly, gradually go to this side, their mood, median, mean. There you will see to the left side where the data is skewed, the mean will be less than the median and median will be less than the mood. So it will skew to the left side. But here the situation is different. There the data is skewed to the right side and this is positive. So mood is less than median and median is less than mean. There the mean will be greater than the median and then the mood. So the data will be skewed to the right side. Now you are clear that how to show different model there. This is the normality distribution model and this is the data is left side skewed, there the negative, and there the situation is positively skewed because the mean is greater than median and mood, and there the mean is less than median and mood. So now we go to how to calculate the skewness. There is a formula, mean minus median, 3 multiplied by mean minus, there we will multiply from mean and median difference, the mean and median difference, and then divided by this figure by standard deviation. Already you have knowledge what is standard deviation. So standard deviation, when we collect the data and then we arrange it and then we calculate the mean, and then from the mean we calculate the mean deviation, and then we convert into variance, and the third one then we take the square root of the variance and we calculate the standard deviation. So standard deviation will show the dispersion, how much the data is dispersed. So for this purpose you will check the standard deviation, mean and median for skewness. If you have no knowledge about mean here and median and standard deviation, then it is impossible for you to find out the skewness. So now you are clear, and there we have find what is mean skewness. The skewness is the measurement of data's symmetric distribution. Either the data is symmetrically distributed or not, the data is skewed to the left or skewed to the right. There you I have told you the types of skewness. The skewness type is there is the skewness is 0, and there the skewness is negative, and there the skewness is positive. Now you are clear, if the data is not skewed, so there the data will be symmetrically distributed. There symmetrical distribution will be occur. Left side and right side situation will be equal, but here the left side will be spread more than the right side. So there the data will be negatively skewed, and there the data will be spread to the right side, and the mean will be more than the median and median will be more than the mood. So there the data will be positive skew. So now you are clear, and there is a formula, and with the help of this formula you will calculate these things. But if you have no knowledge about the mean and median, standard deviation, already I have presented some lecture and I have defined the median, mean, mood. If you have no knowledge about this, so this is necessary for you to read, to attempt these lecture. Attend these lecture which I have shared through video. So now check this thing, and after checking, then you will find the skewness, how to calculate the skewness, what is skewness, types of skewness, and where the skewness is used, and how we check the data normal distribution with the help of skewness. If there is skewness, if there is no skewness, there the data will be normally distributed. So now you are clear that what is skewness, types of skewness, and how to calculate the skewness. So already I have mentioned the formula, and now I request you to share this video to other students, because to listen this video, and with the help of this video they learn what is skewness, and what are the types of skewness, what is mean, what is median, and what is standard deviation. And you also subscribe my channel, because if in the future I shall make another video, you will see again. Dear student, I want to spread the knowledge to you, to transfer the knowledge to you, because when you conduct the research in day-to-day life, you have knowledge about these term of statistic. If you have no knowledge about this, then it is impossible for you you conduct a very good report for the nation. The researcher play a great role in the development of a country. On every side they conduct the research and they solve the problem. Sometimes they applied research, and sometimes the basic research. The researcher also work and they find the new knowledge, and they want to increase the existing knowledge basket. So therefore I have told to you to share my video, as well as subscribe my channel, as well as discuss these things with your colleagues in day-to-day life. And I request to the student, please student, learn these things clearly. If you control these things, because statistic is very complicated, and it take a hard time. So therefore I request to you to first of all, what is statistic? The second one is the central tendency, and the third one is quartile, decile, percentile, and then you come to the skewness. What is skewness? Dear student, in next video inshallah we will deliver the lecture about the quotasis. What is quotasis? So Pakistan Zindabad, Agriculture University Zindabad. Wassalam.